our local communities. It's called home science, and trust me, it's probably way, way bigger than you think. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's be honest. When I say home science, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For a lot of us, it's probably cooking class, maybe sewing. And yeah, sure, those skills can be part of it, but they are just one tiny piece of a much, much bigger puzzle.
The reality is, home science is this incredibly deep, multidisciplinary field. It's really the science of human beings, how we grow, what fuels us, how we develop as people, the very spaces we live in, and how we all function together as a society. At its heart, it's the science of us.
So, to really get a handle on just how big this field is, we're going to go on a little journey. We're going to start super, super small. I'm talking microscopic with the building blocks that make up every single one of us. And then, we're going to zoom out, step by step.
Here's the roadmap. We'll start with the building blocks of life happening inside our cells. Then, we'll see how we fuel this incredible human machine. From there, we'll look at the journey we all take through life, how we actually design the world around us, and finally, how all of this scales up from a single home to an entire community.
All right, let's dive right in. Part 1. The building blocks of life. This is the fundamental biology at the very, very core of who we are.
You know, our whole existence kicks off with cells dividing, and there are two main ways this happens. First, you've got mitosis. Think of this as the copy-paste function for growth and repair. It makes identical cells with a full set of 46 chromosomes. But then there's meiosis. This one is for reproduction, creating sex cells that have only half that number, just 23. That simple difference is literally the foundation for all human life.
Okay, so now we see how our bodies are built from the ground up, at the cellular level. So let's zoom out a bit and ask, what keeps this whole thing running? That brings us to part 2, fueling the human body. We're talking about the science of nutrition.
Our fuel really boils down to three main players, our macronutrients. Think of protein as the construction crew, building and repairing all our body tissues. Carbohydrates, that's our main gas tank, the energy we burn for everything we do. And fats, well, they're like a backup power generator, a concentrated energy source. Getting that balance right is an absolute science.
But why is getting that balance so important, so critical? Well, let me just show you a number. 53%. What on earth could that represent?
That 53%, that's the share of children under 5 in India who are underweight. And that right there, that shows you that nutrition isn't just some abstract thing we study. It's a critical tool for tackling huge public health challenges and making sure people can thrive, right from the very beginning of their lives.
So we've gone from the cell to the body's daily fuel. Now let's pull that camera back even further and look at the entire human lifespan. Welcome to part 3, the journey through life. Home science studies our development through all these key stages. It starts with the prenatal period, which is full of risks. Then comes babyhood, those first 2 years that are just so foundational. Childhood is a time of steadier growth, and then, bam, adolescence hits with that massive growth spurt. And finally, old age, a period of decline. Every single stage has its own unique needs and its own challenges.
And the importance of those early years? Well, you just can't overstate it. There's this one insight from the source material that really puts it powerfully. It says, babyhood is the true foundation age. Personality maladjustment in adulthood had their origin in unfavorable childhood experience. Just think about that. It tells us that what happens in our first 2 years can literally set the stage for our entire lives.
Okay, so we've looked at our internal world and our journey through time. The next logical step, right, is to zoom out to the physical world we actually live in. Part 4, designing our world, the science of our immediate environment.
Did you know that even the layout of your home is a science? It's all about designing spaces based on what we do, on human needs. You've got the work area, like the kitchen, the social area, like the living room for family and friends, and, of course, the private area, bedrooms and bathrooms, for rest. Making a space that just works is a core part of a functional home.
And design goes even deeper, tapping right into our psychology through principles like balance. So a formal, symmetrical balance, that can make a room feel really dignified, very stately. But an informal, asymmetrical balance, that creates a different kind of energy. It feels more dynamic. So how we arrange a room isn't just about what looks nice. It's the science of shaping how we feel.
We have gone from the cell, to the body, to the lifespan, to the home. For our final step, we're going to zoom out one last time to connect that home to the entire world around it.
Part 5. From home to community.
This is where a really cool concept called home science extension comes into play. The idea is to take all this knowledge about biology, nutrition, development, design, all of it, and extend it out into the community. The whole goal is to give people the skills and the information they need to solve their own problems and improve their own lives.
And this is not just some theory, okay? This has been put into action in the real world. For instance, India's MSY program used financial literacy to empower rural women, and the BSY program worked to shift community attitudes about having a girl child. Both of these are real practical applications of home science principles.
So what's the impact? Does this stuff actually work? Well, take a look at this. During the period when these kinds of social welfare programs were really being rolled out, the poverty rate in India saw a pretty significant drop. Now, obviously, lots of factors are at play, but you can't deny that programs designed to improve family and community well-being are a huge part of that story.
So let's quickly recap the incredible journey we just took. We started with the basic biology of a single cell. We zoomed out to the nutrition that fuels our entire body, and then to the stages of human development. We saw how we're shaped by the very design of our homes, and finally, how all of that connects to the well-being of our whole community.
From the cell to society, home science is this intricate, interconnected science of how we live. So the next time you think about your home, what you're eating, how you arrange the furniture, or just how you talk with your family, ask yourself, where's the science in all this? I'll leave you with that thought.